So music was an extremely important part of my life to the point that I even used to make it. I was a SoundCloud rapper. Don't laugh. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, rap just kind of went downhill. So I haven't been paying attention to it as much. One of the things about rapping was I used to make my own beats, and that opened my mind up to totally different genres of music I would never listen to. And the thing about that is I really learned to know good sounds, good songs, and good OSTs. So I say all that to say God Eater has an underrated OST. A lot of people will be in my comment section, they're always like, "Hey bro, what song is this? You got songs at home?" That's how I hear them in my brain. But the thing is, if you're looking for some good OSTs, this is where I get them, bro. I've used this shit for so much videos. This is so underrated. And I don't know if I can say God Eater has the best OST in JRPG history. I mean, there's a lot of JRPGs with amazing soundtracks, but something about this for me personally is so memorable. Like, listen to that. Like, what genre even is this? What the hell is that? And I know some of y'all are sitting back like, what, bro? You never heard opera music before? And I'm like, nigga, no. Like, bruh, listen to this shit. Like, I'm not going to put it in my iPhone, but like, this is some crazy shit. I'm fighting gods. It fits the setting so well. God Eater feels like if God pulled up on Earth, spun the block, and said, run my fade, God Eater music would start playing. I'm not going to lie. Some songs are all over the place, but when it hits, it hits. There's these crazy opera sounds. Sometimes you got techno music, and randomly out of nowhere they hit you with that angsty early 2000s rock music that makes you feel like you're in the middle of an anime. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that song as a first. But the music eventually grew on me because of what I call an anime moment. Basically, your back's against the wall, you're out of heals, all your teammates are dead. It's just you and the origami, or origami. How do you say that? And then somehow you just win. Oh, thank you. That's for the homies. For the homies. And then bam, just like that, you become a weeb. You're one of them now. It's got this like opera sounding bass, but at the same time, everything's super experimental. There's lots of pianos, lots of drums and horns, very like gracefully played. The tempos are going up and down all over the place. It's hard to describe. It's just beautiful, man. That's all I can say. And then they got the lady chanting in the back. You know how a lot of these OSTs and games have this a random lady in the background just chanting her ass off, and she's not really saying any words, but she's chanting and you're feeling it. Let's go. And if you pay attention to a lot of gaming YouTubers, I don't even know if they know this, but you'll hear it in a lot of OSTs in the background of your favorite gaming YouTubers. A lot of famous YouTubers use these songs. And if you still don't believe me, one of the singers for one of the best songs in Metal Gear, Snake Eater, if you've heard that, same lady sings in this song. It's called God and Men. And bro, this shit just has no right to sound so good. This is just some old ass PSP game. So I'm getting too ahead of myself. Before we go on, I should probably tell you about the actual game. God Eater is basically anime Monster Hunters, for like lack of a better way of explaining it. I know the fans will get mad, but like, you know what I mean. Anyway, it's basically got a better story than Monster Hunter, which isn't hard because Monster Hunter barely has a story. And yeah, it's not for everybody. It's unapologetically anime with the tropes. Like, they lean in heavy with the tropes. It's basically like an action movie for anime. Like, you don't watch Die Hard and think, wow, this plot is so thought-provoking, you know? Like, there's lots of cheesy, corny stuff. The power of friendship, anime bullshit. I mean, look at this cutscene.
Will you Demonstrate for me the strength of your resolve.
Is that not the most anime shit you ever seen? But at the same time, I'm here for it. This is what I signed up for. There's something that playing through the game makes the story more like endearing than actually like watching it. I don't know, this, if I'm being honest with you, God Eater was the first time I actually felt like immersed in a JRPG and like understood why people like JRPGs. Like I felt like I was playing an anime and my choices kind of had a role in the story. I felt like I had a role in the story, if that makes sense. There's lots of character arcs where you spend more time with the character, and there's like story arcs and like different seasons. It feels like you'll beat the game and then they'll be like, surprise, season 2, motherfucker. So yeah, it's a lot. It's not for everybody, but if you like anime and you like Monster Hunter games, it might be for you. Just be warned, there's some repetitive gameplay. Obviously it's a Monster Hunter clone, so you know how that goes. And you know, sadly these games have always been pretty niche. Like I don't see a Monster Hunter 4 coming up on the rise, even though dire fans would love it. And plus they got other franchises like Code Vein and Scarlet Nexus, so I don't think we'll see a God Eater 4 anytime soon. But if anything, I'm pretty sure those series would get revamped before this one. I don't know, there's something that's super nostalgic about these games. I don't know if it's the outdated graphics or just the outdated controls, but something about it just had me in my nostalgic feels. I mean, they're great games, but I feel like we could use some 2024 God Eater, you know what I mean? But I've yet to see that happen. Nothing, I don't know, there's nothing particularly that I could point to that stands out for God Eater in my mind besides the Devouring and Blood Arts. It's kind of cool, but I don't know, for people who like God Eater, it holds a special like weight in our mind. I have a huge soft spot for this game and I can't explain it, so I'm just gonna chalk it to the music. I feel like the music creates an atmosphere that's even larger than the game itself, and I mess with it. I don't know, I still remember my first time playing the game and this piano song called, I think it's called Stormcutter or something, came on, and I just stopped in my tracks and I was like, what the hell is this? I've never heard some shit like this. Damn son, where'd you find this type feel, right? I think it almost feels out of place with how grandiose the songs are compared to how like low budget the game is. But yeah, it perfectly fits the theme of fighting gods. So like, what better music to fight gods to than like opera? And the way it's done, it's just nuts, man. It's so different, so unique, and yeah, I really like it.
I will win, 'cause my heart is burning with desire to go on. I will vanquish anything that stands before me. Go wherever my persistence, and a voice inside me echoing, I can make it. Won't let me give up even when I can't stand up again. And I will go through the clouds so far away from where I once stood. I gotta fight, I won't give up. I'm gonna win every battle. You'll see, I can't be stopped by anything or anyone. I gotta go.